There, it's Katrina again with you. Have a couple of minutes. And today I want to know if you have a couple of minutes to talk about burnout. And I really wanted to talk to you about things that we can do to avoid burnout. But I think it's important to first talk about what burnout is. What are the signs of burnout? And, I recently went to some seminars and was listening to some information about burnout. And I thought, wow, I have some of those symptoms, or in the past, I have had some of those symptoms. So I think it's important to share this so that we can first identify if we're suffering from burnout, and then we can do things to manage it. And then I think I'll come back later and I'll talk about things that we can do to avoid burnout. So there are 10 different signs that indicate burnout, and there may be lists that have longer signs, but I'm going to share 10 with you, and I'll probably get through half of them today, and then I'll try to get through the next half tomorrow. So the first sign is chronic fatigue. And it's not just about feeling tired after a long day. It's like a deep, persistent exhaustion that just doesn't go away even after you've rested. And to combat this chronic fatigue, you need to do things like examine your sleep habits and ensure that you're getting enough rest each night. And then consider integrating maybe a routine that helps you to wind down at bedtime. You can do things like assessing your diet and your hydration levels. Sometimes things like just getting more water, or just being aware of the temperature where you're at, or maybe eating less sugar can help to boost your energy. And then try to incorporate some like short little breaks throughout your day that allow you to rejuvenate. So one of those signs of burnout, again, is chronic fatigue. Another sign is insomnia. Even if you're exhausted, you might find it very difficult to fall asleep or to stay asleep. And this symptom often appears when you're under a lot of stress, like your mind just can't turn off. So to manage this insomnia, some of the things you might do are similar to before, but just like having a calming bedtime routine, trying to do things like avoiding screen time in the evening. And then consider different types of relaxation techniques like meditation or maybe yoga, some things to allow your brain to really slow down and stop all of the cycling that it's going through. Sometimes even writing in a journal can help to get those thoughts out on paper so that you can let go of them and clear your mind. And then the third item I want to talk about today that's a sign of burnout is forgetfulness and impaired concentration. So burnout can really affect your ability to concentrate and to retain information. And you might notice that you have more forgetfulness or more of an inability to focus in on tasks than you normally do. So some of the things you can do with this, again, it has to do with your brain not having the ability to rest and rejuvenate. So you can try doing things like taking smaller breaks throughout your day, and then trying to manage your day so that you're doing things that require more brain power when you have the most brain power. Try to reduce distractions that are in your workspace. So the more you give yourself the ability to focus in on things, that will be helpful for you. And then you can even try some mindfulness exercises to help enhance your concentration and your memory. And this will help your brain to just be able to focus a little bit more. So just that repetition and that muscle memory in terms of memorization. So those are my three things that I wanted to share with you today that are things that could be signs of burnout, chronic fatigue, insomnia, and then forgetfulness and impaired concentration. I hope you'll come back tomorrow where we'll discuss some more symptoms of burnout that you can look to and some ideas on how to deal with them. And once we get through all of the 10 items, then we want to talk about how we might avoid getting to burnout. But if you're experiencing these things, I wanted to share with you some tips that might help you to manage them. And as always, you should be able to reach out to if you have an employee assistance program or maybe a medical doctor or a therapist if you're really having a tough time with burnout. Make sure that you're talking also to folks at your workplace that might be able to help as well. And with that, that is my few minutes for today. I hope that you found that this has been a topic that's been helpful, one that will help you to think, learn, grow, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. And I hope that if you are enjoying these messages, that you will share them with others so that they can come along our learning journey as well. Please be sure to check out the show notes for a summary of today's session, as well as contact information if you'd like to be in touch with me and information on how you can get my most recent publications. And as always, I'm very appreciative of you joining me here today, and I hope to see you back next time. Until then, bye-bye.